Why are you doing that?
Cut!
Oh, man.
Clap it.
Welcome to this week's episode of the Indy
to the Indy and Doctor podcast.
We should get like a little person to say it like that, that'd be quite cool. Actually, no, it won't. It will just sound the same every week, innit? I feel like we should improvise it each week we do an intro.
Like a different intro? That could be...
Or maybe we could use like a different adjective instead of like welcome.
I'm thinking like the Simpsons when they have a different start every time.
Okay, that's a bit far.
You know what I'm saying?
There's only so many adjectives we can go through. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, we'll think about it. We'll get suggestions.
We will definitely think about it.
And the loyal followers.
I was just telling you about my list of ailments that I've got to have. Wisdom teeth taken out. Wrist surgery.
Listen, this isn't what the listeners, they don't want to hear this, man. They don't come on a Wednesday to listen to our podcast.
Ooh, and you check the day to actually release it, yeah? Okay, I appreciate that.
To listen about your ailments, right? And your teeth, and your back, and your wrists.
Yes.
And your hearing that doesn't work.
Yes.
And what else is it? You lose your hair loss. Your hair loss.
No, my hair loss is strong, bro. So my hair growth is strong. Look at it.
Your special oils.
Hair growth is strong, man. Those supplements are sick,
So it happens when you get a hair transplant, isn't it? Yeah.
Hair transplant. You think I'm shitting money for that? I'd need a loan off you for that, mate. Right? Honestly.
Listen,
ridiculous.
If we sold all your equipment, I think we have a nice little tidy sum there.
Equipment, all my camera equipment.
All your jazz, man.
You don't even make about $1,500, I reckon. Yeah, you wouldn't make as much as you think.
Okay, fair play.
Don't forget to take the lid off the bottle you're drinking out of, because your wife's going to kick your ass when she listens to the audio and hears the swirling of water in the background.
Listen, it's going to be what it's going to be.
So I hope that everybody enjoyed last week's first installment of the Doctor Stories. We're not going to know, unfortunately, because we record a week in advance. So the episode only dropped today on a Wednesday. So therefore, we're not going to know about the response to next week. So we're hoping you enjoy it, because Karan's got another one lined up and he will share shortly.
Or have I?
You didn't get my hopes up.
Maybe I have two.
You messaged me and said it was exciting. No, you can only do one a week. You can't do two. Two. Only one a week.
I got two, and they're very contrasting. One, like I have one ready, and then one happened like 3:30 today, and just before I finish my shift. So like,
I want the one that's like, okay, if it's fresh, I'll let you pick and choose.
Yeah, I'm just gonna merge them into one.
Don't merge them together and make your own story up. That's not fun.
What is medicine, man? It's just, what doctors do? Should I tell you what doctors do? We make educated guesses.
Yeah, obviously. This is why doctors hate full body scans.
Right? No, like, just think of us like poker players. Like when you're sitting there and you see, like, you're waiting for the flop to happen, you're working out the percentages. That's what we do, man. When we ask you the questions, we're just working out, there's like 100 different things that could cause what you're saying, but which one is most likely? What is actually...
But that's why some doctors are really shit, Karan, because some of them just aren't up to it at all. They're like, what's your problem? Oh, you've got this problem. Yeah, it could be this. And it's like, yeah, you're not convincing me. You're not giving me the full diagnosis. It sounds like you're just chatting shit. Or you're simply just palming me off to then go and move to somebody else. Yeah,
that's a good tactic. It's called patient ping pong.
Patient ping pong? What? So,
ping pong.
To me, to you, to me, to you, to me, to you.
Yeah, kind of like group ping pong. So like pass them on to the next table. So 1, 2, next table, 1, 2, next table, not my problem.
Like a pass the parcel.
And then just back to the GP, man, the good old GP. You deal with it. You deal with all these multiple problems, these multiple medications. It's not our problem. I'm a specialist. So yeah, that's...
it's when they say I'm a specialist, I don't specialise in this issue. Is that a common thing you hear?
That's the cop-out, man. That's like, this is not my area of expertise. Okay?
What is your area of expertise? You're in the hospital at night time on accident and emergency.
No, that's different. Yeah, because the doctors you're talking about there, like the doctor I would fall into that kind of role. I'm a generalist, yeah. So I treat a lot of different things rather than specialising. I have my interest, right? So my interest is cardiology. I like the heart. But I don't specialise in one thing. Do you get me?
I don't, but it's okay. I understand. Actually, I do get you. I'm just taking the piss. I understand very clearly, yes.
What is your favourite grenade flavour bar?
Ooh. Thing is, right, I can't answer that question. Let me tell you why. Because it changes every month. So I buy a box of 3 every month, yeah. and then I get 3 different flavors the next month because I get bored of those flavors this month.
How many flavors exist?
There's like 15 or something.
Oh wow, have you been through all of them then?
No, I've only been through the ones that sound good. I tried one that was really bad once, the birthday cake. I hated it. I actually wanted to be sick. So I was like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm not going to get that one again. And I was like, wait, I've spent money on this one. I don't want to... I have to finish it, right? Because I spent money on it. And then I'm thinking, okay, this sucks. I don't want to take that risk again. So what I've done is I've gone for the ones that sound nice. And then now I'm going with those and working my way through. A lot of them are chocolate-based.
Birthday cake does sound nice, and I use my protein, and the first bar that was ordered for me by the missus was birthday cake. I actually don't mind
protein
it.
bars are horrible, man.
Mine's quite nice, man. But when I get to the end of the bar, it's like I know this is really sweet. It's that sweet taste. Whereas I prefer, like I had our hospital. You'll love this. In the hospital, we have this thing called the Wellness Hub, right? And basically, they just give out free grenade bars as part of the thing. Like they're always cool.
Because they did this. They did this stunt on LinkedIn where they were like, "Oh, help our heroes! We're going to send boxes of grenade bars to hospitals."
Did they? Didn't know that.
Yeah, they
love
sent
them
loads of stuff to hospitals during the first, second, and third lockdowns. I think.
Okay. So I think it's salted caramel. I think that's the flavor.
Salted caramel's nice. Yeah.
Oh my god! So literally, basically, my hospital where I work, this is my ward. So guys, obviously you're not going to be able to see this, but if you're listening, but on camera, my ward is here, right? And M&S is here. Okay, so like really close. And the opposite M&S is where I get my grenade bars. It's just like the perfect triangle, man. So I'll go there, I'll get my little healthy stuff, I'll get my fruit. At the moment it's kind of mango season, I'm getting a lot of watermelon, a lot of mango. Sometimes I go for the raspberry and the blueberry mix in a box, £3, love it.
£3?
And then I go,
Geez, you're getting bumped, man.
Yeah, it's M&S, man. What do you expect? Like, come on, it's just premium shizzle.
Yeah, premium, fuck all, that's what it is, man. You're paying premium price for less and less.
I've got to say though, yes, but it does taste good. Like I've never had a bad box of tasting fruit from M&S. Like I don't know how they do it. It might be genetically modified. Don't know. I don't ask that many questions. Tastes good.
For a doctor,
right?
You should ask all the questions.
You need to calm down, okay? Tough. So I have tough days, right? And this is the thing, man. This is really paradoxical. Sometimes I'm like, you look at the shit that doctors eat, right? Like from the canteen, like chips and beans, right? And like a can of Coke. But there are some days where you just like pedal to the metal, man. It's just like you're just knackered, man. As morning, no, I'm not going into my cases. I won't tell you what happened this morning. But it was a busy morning, right? We had lots of panic, and we had the crash alarm going off, and
so someone nearly died. Isn't that a normal day for you?
No, not really. Like there's levels to unwell. So like often I'll say to like people's families, like, look, he's unwell, but he's stably unwell, which is kind of like, an oxymoron. But within medical lingo, there's like, okay, this patient's really, really sick and you need to come and see them right now. Is like, if I'm getting stressed about it on the phone, then you need to shit yourself, right? That's important. But that depends on, if the doctor knows you and they respect you and they know like this guy, he can handle stuff. So if he can't handle it, we need to come and see it. Anyway, my point being, I get my M&S, get my grenade bar, cooled, chilled in the fridge, right? This is premium.
Cold grenade bar.
Yeah, man. They keep it in this fridge, right? Not freezing. No, but it's not solid, right?
No, it's cold. But the thing is that when you bite into it, it's like really hard.
No, it's not. That's what I'm saying. It's not what you think. I don't know what they set the temperature of the fridge at. It's not like conventional fridge. I think some old disused medical fridge probably doesn't work that much. So maybe just like a half chill. But it's so good. Like and then I walk back from there to there. It's just 2 pieces of grenade bar. Finished, man.
See, I'm telling you, man. It's good shit. Problem is, it's expensive. So if you're gonna
it's not expensive when it's free.
If you want to ever buy them for home, buy them through look on loads of websites and just see who has a sale and do like a price comparison and just figure out the one you want to
just go to Indy. Indy's a wholesaler for grenades. He's got a t-shirt.
I pretty much should be, Yeah. I should be a wholesaler, yeah. I was thinking, do I change my t-shirt? Because I've already worn this one, but I couldn't be asked. I'll level with you.
Well, I mean, compared to what you tell me, who wears like the same 5 t-shirts for the last like 5 years.
Very good point.
Very good point, right? But just come back to a frugal mindset, mate. But no one expects anything more of me. Was you? There was expectation, man.
Set the bar, haven't I?
You set the bar. You need to bring your NASA top. What did you say about the NASA top? Like you wear it and then you have to take it off when you get somewhere because you don't want to do things to it. And
Oh, because it's white. That's why.
Yeah.
Because it's white. This is the thing, right? I wear white clothes, but have you ever found yourself just like wearing white clothes, and you're like, oh, I now need to wear more white clothes to make a load of washing for all the white clothes?
I've got a simple solution for that, bro.
Go on.
Ready? Punjabi word for today, ladies and gentlemen. Banana. Alright? The banana, man.
I think you're the only guy I know who still wears banana.
Let me
Banana
tell
is
you
what,
about
Karan?
the
A vest.
banana, guys, is
Wife
vest.
beater.
No. Well, that's
It's
a
a
different
wife
variation.
beater. It's a wife beater. That's what it
No,
is.
you're talking about one variation of the banana. Because you got M&S, you can still find a banana, you can find a vest. Here's the difference, right? If you're wearing a shirt, right, so you're wearing a conventional shirt and you want to pop the button, right, you want to have a bit of open collar. If you buy a vest, a banana in the UK, it's going to be like my t-shirt, super high, right?
Mhm.
Which means you're going to get that awkward thing where you've got a nice shirt on and you can see the vest underneath. Solution: buy bananas from India, right? Two versions. Yes, there's the wife beater that we'll talk about in a second. Then there's the more conventional sleeved version. The difference being, I don't know why they have this, but the front is like, it's like
A
this.
scoop neck. It's a
It's
scoop.
so low and it's beautiful because
Yeah.
then you can wear it and like, nobody knows I'm wearing a banana, right? But I know I'm wearing a banana, right? So I'm a cool guy, right? And then you don't get the sweat, obviously, because it collects there and it's not
Yeah,
your
but
shirt.
hang on. Isn't the point of a vest to keep you warm?
Again, very good point. So again, M&S premium quality vest is like thermal insulator. It's like thick shit, right? It will keep heat in. This India stuff, man, it's like, I don't know what
like
it's made of,
nothing.
man.
It's
There's
nothing.
nothing. It's like a chadar. It's like a piece of sheet, right? You wear it. It keeps you cool. If anything, it doesn't keep you warm.
Yeah.
But it's like a layer, and it like absorbs all the sweat here, so it doesn't go to your shirt.
But it doesn't absorb the sweat there because it's like it scoops beneath your arms. How does it?
No.
absorb the sweat there?
That's what I'm saying. See, you're talking about the wife beater, man. I'm talking about this type of what I'm wearing now, guys, on camera. This type of banana vest, low cut with arms. So it's got this bit
with
built in.
arms. Oh, that's
With
weird.
arms. No, that's what I'm
Okay.
saying, man. There's two different versions of thing. I don't know why we're talking about bananas for.
Because I have to make a load of whitewashing when I'm making.
Whitewashing, yeah. But
Yeah,
something
I
I
have to
learned
make a load of
recently
whites,
is
isn't it?
it's not a real thing, this whole whitewash thing.
No, it's real, man. Trust me.
No, I don't know, man. Maybe it depends on the
Okay,
washing machine.
whites and greys. I'll let greys in there. That's it. I won't let
Okay.
any other color in there. Not even black.
Okay, you're quite militant about that.
Yeah, because I've seen some of my clothes get ruined in the wash, and I've started to only wash t-shirts together. Because if you wash t-shirts, if you look at your t-shirts, put them in with jeans, you get these like little holes in them, and the hole in the t-shirt it's always near like your belly button, and it just looks like it looks like a fly's just eaten into your t-shirt, but it's not. It's just because you put it into a load that has like sharp edges, which is basically a zip in it. So it wrecks the t-shirt.
You're like some t-shirt specialist, man. We're talking about specialists.
Yeah,
at the
man. I
start.
have to think about all these things.
You are a washing machine belly button specialist. You got hairy
Shout
belly
out to guys who don't do their washing though. I don't know how you live, fucking psychopaths. I get upset when I've done a load of washing and I can't find the spare sock.
Okay, so the trick to that, very easy trick, man. So when you're storing your washing, i.e. you're putting in your washing basket to wash, when you put socks in there, you roll them up, right? You connect them so it's a
Yeah,
Geordie,
I do that. Yeah,
Geordie
yeah.
min connection. And then when you get to the washing machine, you ungeordie it, you unpair it, pop them in.
No, I ain't got time for that. I just smack it all in. I take one sock off at a time like a normal human being. I throw it in the basket and then I put it in. I'm talking about normally it's going to go in the washing machine together, but sometimes when you've unloaded the washing machine and you've still got the one sock in there on like the rim and you don't see
So
it.
bro, you
And
do
you're
the
like,
spin,
oh,
man.
leave
You
it.
do the Gary, man. You do the Gary.
I've done the spin, right? I've taken it all out, and it's got that one sock just in the corner, like in the blind spot, where like, say if you're looking and it's there, you can't see it. So I'm like, oh, it's done. So I put in the next load of washing, and then now when my first load is dry, the second sock that was in there is no longer there to be matched,
Oh my god.
and you get that heartbreaking moment.
That's it, man. You saying that there's some guys that don't do the washing? You mean they don't know how to use a washing machine?
No, as in guys that don't wash their own clothes, they get like their wife or parents to do it, right?
No, that's what I mean. So they don't know how to do it.
No, they probably do know how to do it, but it's like mum saying, "Oh, I've got a load of washing. I'll put it in for you." And you're like, "Okay, I'll put it in for you." And then you see what comes out of the other end, and you're missing up for it. and you're missing clothes. And you're like, what's
Oh,
going on?
is that the reason why you do your run, or is it?
Yes, because I've got t-shirts lost in this house, right? I don't know where it is. One time when I was 14, I had this Michael Jordan t-shirt, and it wasn't like a basketball Michael Jordan Bulls 23 one. It was like one of him dunking, and it was like coming up the side of my shirt. It was really cool. It was in white and purple, and I couldn't find it for years. And then one day I saw my dad come downstairs with it on, and it was like super tight on him. It was super tight on him, and I was like, what are you doing? He's like, what? He said, I found this in my cupboard. I was like, it shouldn't be in your cupboard. He's like, yeah, but I like it because it keeps my back warm. It's really tight. I'm like, take it off. I want it back. He took it off. It was all stretched out of shape. I was like, fuck's sake, man.
Just to be clear, so your dad found the t-shirt.
He found it in his wardrobe.
But
because
he didn't question
I think
where
my
it
mum
came
may
from.
have put it in his wardrobe. And he's like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
for me.
Yeah, he didn't quite. He thought present aa gaya.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the elves had just dropped this off for me.
He thought this is mine now. It's in my
Mera ban
wardrobe.
gaya. I love that. And he walks down the stairs. You see it.
I see him wearing it, and I'm like, the heartbreak in my eyes. I was like, what are you doing? I've been looking for that t-shirt for so long.
So where is it now?
Oh, I don't know. I think as soon as I tried to put it on after he'd stretched it out of shape, I used to be a really skinny kid, right? And my dad's got a bit of a belly, so he stretched it massively out of shape. And I was like, okay. I tried wearing it. I was like, no, it's not the same. Keep it. Haven't seen it since. Don't know where
You gave it back to him, right?
I said, here, you have it. And I walked off all upset. So yeah.
Okay. But he kept his back warm.
That's all that matters, isn't it?
Well, you got to think about your dad, man. Think about number one here. Huh?
Think about number one here.
Your
It's
dad's
not like we
number
don't
one,
have
right?
heating. It's not like he doesn't have a
Alright,
banana
alright.
to wear
Okay,
to
wait,
keep himself
wait,
warm.
wait.
He's
Okay,
got plenty
this
of those.
This is a good point. Let me ask you about this. Let's see how similar or dissimilar Desi households are. Desi guys meaning Indian or Punjabi. When it's cold in your house and you put the heating on, what kind of level do you go to?
What do you mean? What kind of level do I
What's
go
the
to?
highest temperature you'll set your thermostat on?
Is this for me or for the family?
Family, man, like not you.
Okay,
You
so
live
for
with
the family, it's contrasting, isn't it? Because women are always cold. So my mum is perpetually always cold, no matter what. So even now, I think I caught her yesterday turning the heating on. I was like, "What are you doing?" It's like, "I'm cold." I said, "Well, put a blanket on. Don't heat the house up, right? Because the house was already unbearably warm." I was like, "Mum, please stop."
Let's just rewind that pause. What are you doing? Like the
I was like,
the
"What
gen-
are
the,
you doing?"
the, the, the
You know
genuine
what? I
like
saw her go to the thermostat and she was like about to turn it. I was like,
you're like,
"Please
like,
tell me
Mum,
you're joking."
Mom, look outside. 20 degrees, 25 degrees.
This was in the evening though. You know, when it starts getting a little bit
Okay.
cooler.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
oh, I'm a bit chilly now.
Right.
I'm like, put a blanket on, right? I'm not doing this.
Okay.
So
But come back to the question though. So it's like
when
look,
it's cold,
February.
I
Right?
tend
February
to-
in the UK.
I tend to put the
It's like
heating on for
notorious,
like
it's like a
1
proper
hour
winter.
in the day. I tend to put the heating on for like 1 hour in the daytime. So during COVID and the work from home stuff I was doing, I had the heating on for 1 hour at lunchtime. That's it. And then in the evenings, it would run from like 6:30 to 8:30, and then that's it.
Okay, 6:30 to 8:30. What temperature does it go on? Give me a number, man. You know, give me a
Like
number here.
20 degrees?
Is that the highest it'll ever go in your house?
No, it can go up to 30, but it normally stays on 20.
Whoa! Okay, this is what I'm trying to expose here. Tell me this 30-degree scenario.
So on the thermostat, it goes to 0 to 30 degrees.
Yeah. But when would you ever put it up to 30? 'Cause that
Never.
sounds like-
I've never put it on 30 degrees.
But someone in your house has.
Potentially, yes.
Wow. Because the reason I bring this up, I remember speaking to somebody a while ago. Can't remember where it was. But I was basically saying, yeah, in our house, I think 23 is probably the max we have it on at any, the coldest period, it'll never be more than 23. And I was speaking to someone else, they were like, yeah, we have it on 28, 29. And I was like, how are you not like boiling in your house, man?
28, 29, that's ridiculous.
Do you know what I mean? Like, that's like,
That's
people go
excruciating.
abroad. People go abroad to find that weather. And you don't need to go on holiday, man. You just put it on your house and put your, Speedos on or whatever. I was like, this is just...
Speedos.
Just put your Speedos on, man. I was like, just start sunbathing and shit.
The worst is in winter when you're contemplating putting the heating on, but you're like, okay, it's going to cost a lot. So you're like, all right, let me put the electric heater on. But that just gives you no sense of satisfaction. It's like this really dry, horrible heat on you. It just doesn't feel nice at all. It's not like a warm hug. It's like a hug, but it's just like fake.
I don't mind it, but after a while, then the room gets very, very stuffy.
Yeah,
and I have
there you go.
I get really itchy, man. If I get too hot, I get really.
Do you
itchy.
get prickly heat?
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, so I don't like that. There is a technique though, our Nani sort of does in India and taught us when they get like their cold periods, which again are like our winters, is so on your bed, on top of your mattress, so you got your mattress protector or bed sheet, whatever. What we will do is lay like this thick blanket
on top. Yeah.
like a really soft one. So you sleep on that, and then you have your duvet over that, and then you may have a secondary blanket on top of that if you want. But the secondary blanket on top is quite conventional. A lot of people do that, but having this blanket in between, so on the protector between the duvet and your sandwich in between, I can't describe the warmth, but it's so soft. It feels like you've been cuddled by the blanket.
But it's because they have those special blankets. So it's like those. How do you describe that kind of blanket for those that don't understand it? It's
guys, when you get a blanket from India, it will look
they're
like
really
it's come
thick,
from the,
like
they're
really
thick,
thick,
and they're always really colourful. Like we had this one before, which looked like a tiger print, like a tiger skin. It was like really out there. You'd never find anywhere here to buy it. Like it only comes from India, right? And you're right. They're so thick, but they're so soft.
Yeah, they're really soft on your skin.
Really soft on your skin. So.
So when you're in the blanket and it's cold, do you roll yourself up like a sausage roll? Do you get it underneath your feet and scoop it under, and then pull yourself under the other arm, and you're like, oh, I'm in.
You're talking about the technical term here is enveloping.
Is that what it's called? Enveloping.
So, right. So when your cover's under the feet and you're wrapped in right now. So here's the thing, right? There's pre-marriage how I sleep, and there's post-marriage how I sleep, right? Now, I've told Shindy, guys, it's my wife, many a time that I could write a book on what is allowed in terms of duvet when sleeping with Shindy, right? There are terms that I've never heard of that she uses, right? So let me just try these on you, Indy. So, Karan, there's too much air gap.
Yes, I understand that. Yeah.
Right,
There's too much of a gap between you and her. Yeah.
Right, and so what's the problem there?
You're pulling too hard on both sides of the blanket, so therefore the hole in the middle is like quite large.
Yeah, so what?
Sorry?
Yeah, so what's the consequence of that? What's the problem there?
The consequence is you guys scoot closer together.
No, that's the solution. I'm saying, what's the problem with the air gap?
Oh, you're letting in cold air. It gets cold in the blanket.
Yeah, I don't believe that's a real issue, but yeah, that's the basic problem.
That is an issue. No, I can understand that.
All right, clamping.
Clamping is when you're anchoring down the blanket.
So I'm a kind of guy, so I'll be in the blanket, I'll be up to here. I can't have my hands inside because I get really hot, so I like my arms on the outside.
Oh, right? So that's clamping it down.
Right,
okay,
that's clamping, and then you're clamping. Stop clamping, right?
What's wrong with clamping?
Mate, this is you to ask your friend, right? You shouldn't even.
My friend.
Yeah, your friend. My wife, your friend. Right.
So when you're annoyed at her, it's my friend. When she's actually you're the love of your life, it's your wife.
Yeah, exactly. Your friend, right? So let's recap. So we've got air gapping, clamping. Too much cover on your sides, or too little. So too much cover makes sense to me. If sometimes when I roll and I'm sleeping onto my side, I might take a bit of cover with me, which will then mean less cover for her. I get that. But even if she has too much cover, that's a problem as well because it weighs her down.
What? If it's too much cover, it weighs her down?
Like it's pulling her and she might fall off the bed or I don't know, man. But there's too much cover on her side. So that's not also allowed. Then there's another term, which is, I can't remember the actual name of the term, but I'll describe it to you. Basically, the duvet sits in a duvet cover.
Yes.
Right? And so sometimes what can happen is the duvet inside can come like all... basically, it's not filling out the four corners. So it gets all in one side. And so on the side where we're sleeping, if you can't feel the duvet...
It's because the sheet is too big, Garen, normally.
No, like it's made for the right thing. It's obviously the cover is always made a little bit bigger, so it's not like super tight. But so then we have to do this technique, right, where you get a hair bubble, you go to the other side of the duvet. Yeah, it's a whole technique, man. You wrap it on the corner. We both grab a side each, and then we do this thing, right?
Yeah, you fan
which
it
then
out.
we fan it out, which then pushes that duvet to the tips of the side where you're sleeping, and then it's acceptable.
Right.
Enveloping is not allowed.
You can't envelope.
Can't envelope. And we talked about clamping at the top with my arms. When I'm hot, what I like to do is have my body partially covered and have my leg out. I feel if my leg is cool, I'm cool. Right? But if the leg comes out and then is clamping, that's an issue as well.
So hang on. Now that it's summer and it's hot, do you sleep with any blanket on?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can't not sleep with a blanket. That's the thing.
No. I can sleep with no blanket on, and like a little bit of the blanket is covering my little toe, and that's enough.
Oh, okay.
That's enough for me. I can have I have to have a tiny bit of blanket on me. I can't sleep like with nothing on. I'm like, what am I, like in jail? Like, no, I'm not doing that. Okay, I need to have like a little bit of blanket on me somewhere, even if it's my foot. I'm okay with that.
You need some coverage, so I kind of wear it more like think like the Greeks, they used to wear toga. the white sheet. Yeah, so I kind of wear like it's across my body, my leg is out. That's kind of what I need to do. I've been trying this new thing recently where my leg actually just hangs, like I let it swing out.
Off the bed.
Yeah, it's like
I can't do that. I feel like I'm falling out of bed.
It's only one leg, not both legs. Both legs you will fall out of the bed, but one leg is quite.
What's that like?
It's quite nice actually. It's quite. To be fair, it's kind of like I know I'm not going to get to sleep in that position, but I like doing it anyway at the start.
The thing is, I've seen the size of your bed, right? You could fit like at least 3 couples in your bed. That's not even a joke.
Not 3 couples, 4 people, 2 couples.
4 people. Okay, 4 people in your bed, 2 couples. Sorry for the exaggeration. And you guys still having blanket issues. How?
No, but not blanket issues in terms of it's not a space issue.
No, but fighting over like how to distribute the blanket.
Listen. There's no fighting. Like I have to wave the white flag every day. I
think
forgot
you do wave the white flag every day, mate. Going by what you told me.
I forgot the best one. The other one is, you're too far up the bed.
You're too far up the bed.
Right. So then, for me to get more body coverage, I can't pull the cover. Because if I'm up the bed and I pull the cover, then it'll cover her head. So then I end up going like down the bed. I just keep going down the bed. So I have to do that, right? So guys, before you get married, okay, go to sleep. Very easy. After you get married, your nighttime bedtime routine, right? There will be no iPad. There will be no TV. Okay, you must brush your teeth.
You must brush your teeth. I still can't.
You must brush your teeth, right?
Yeah.
There will be lots of rules which come into play, and
sounds like you were happier prior to being married, Karen. You said nothing.
I think.
No, you crashed. Go on.
No, I paused. Yeah. No, it's different. It's different, isn't it? There's no routine. I think many a time pre-marriage, I would have the laptop on. This is like before the days where I had a TV in my room, watching films and just falling asleep.
I was talking to a mate of mine recently, and he said prior to getting married, I was excited, man. All I had to do was just like sleep next to my laptop. My laptop was my missus. Yeah. And he's like, the laptop's on that side of the bed. I don't sleep on that side of the bed in case I crush it.
Yeah, and it was fine. Like I could do that technique where you watch it on your bed, you close it, you put it to that side. You might fall asleep watching something, or you just you're falling asleep, so you close it. Like it's just different time. But then again, okay, maybe not so much in COVID, but prior to that, Shindy has days when she goes back to Nottingham, always doing things with her friends. So you get
the whole bed.
Well, yeah, the whole bed, but you kind of just you boy time, you bro time, you chill time, whatever. You just do stuff you used to do before.
Do you ever sleep on her side of the bed when she isn't there?
No.
Just to see what it feels like.
It's weird.
Really?
Yeah, can't do it. And it's even like if we go and stay somewhere at a hotel, it's like because sometimes
same
the bed
sides.
is
same size.
Yeah, but the bed isn't oriented in the same way it is in our room. So then when we get there, we're like, okay, which side do I sleep on? Which side do I sleep on at home? And then you do the whole stand in the. Okay, this side here. It's this side here. Okay, yes, so that's where it is. That's where I need.
It's not that difficult. If you're on the right side, you're on the right side. You're on the left side, you're on the left side. Doesn't matter which way the bed's distributed.
perspective, isn't it? If you're looking from the end of the bed, it's the right. If you're in the bed, it's
No,
the left.
if you're in the bed, let's be very simple. If you're in the bed, it's right and left.
It's left. Yeah,
That's it.
absolutely.
You know, there's a real simple solution to this, Karen. Divorce.
Two beds.
Divorce? Oh, okay. All right.
We've talked about 2 beds. We often joke
I
about.
thought you were going to say we talked about divorce. I was like, what?
No.
Okay, so talked about 2 beds. What about 2 blankets?
Yeah, we've also spoken about that. So we had. Where did we stay? We stayed somewhere once, and they.
It's more common than you think, Karen.
Oh yeah, it was bliss, man. Like we had 2 blankets once, and the one place we had, there were 2 single beds, but next to each other, and even that was nice. It was just like it's just different.
Nah,
man.
2 single beds next to each other ain't the one still. No, I don't like that.
But if it's not going to be every single day, and it's just like for a night.
No, I still don't like it. I like a double bed. I like the luxury of knowing that if that person gets out the bed to go and shower, right, I can spread a little bit in the bed for like 10 minutes and think it's my bed.
Yeah, see that's so one thing we have done is when we got the bed, and like you said, Super King bed, we can actually both be in a kind of star jump position.
Did you guys go to the store and say, right, Shindy,
No.
you're gonna get on, I'm gonna get on, star.
Yeah, we didn't do it when we bought it, but we did when we got the actual bed at home. And actually, our feet don't touch in that fully position. The bed is big. It's bigger than we need it, but it's proportionate to the room. There is actually a size bigger than that as well. It's called the Alaskan King. For reference, there's a film called, I think it's called She's Into Him, or Why Is She Into Him? It's got Bryan Cranston, it's got James Franco.
Okay.
It's comedy. Really funny film. Or Why Him, or something like that. I can't remember. But anyway, in there they have Alaskan King. The Alaskan King can fit, I don't know, something like 6 people. It is huge, man.
Wow. Have you ever flipped the mattress in your room?
No, don't think we could.
I don't think you could either, because that bed's way too heavy.
We need a lot of people. I do value now, again, this is like, you get married and you start valuing these types of things. You value your mattress, man. Like, it's a really good quality mattress. I remember buying it.
Oh, yeah. You need a good quality one.
But like, when you grow up in a house, and obviously you're not the one who's purchased the mattress, you see, it is what it is, isn't it? You do whatever.
Yeah, but when you get a touch of that premium mattress, you're like, yo. And then you go back to a normal one, you're like, this isn't it.
Well, that's it. So when we holiday, I don't know where we were recently, but we got back, and Shindy and I was like, oh my God, I miss this bed so much. Like, so nice. Just like, we look forward to sleeping, in this bed. It's so good.
Take note, sleeping in this bed, not sleeping with each other. It's not mutually exclusive.
I was going to say, but yeah, so when you get married and you go to buy a bed store, you don't think about the mattress. Like, I didn't think about the mattress. It's like, oh, you buy the bed, right? The mattress is whatever. And there's like a whole thing, man. There's like a whole science. Like, do you want this? You want this memory? You want this foam? There's levels to.
I'm not into the foam thing, man. It's horrible. It just feels like
I don't like it.
To me.
Yeah, you go into it. It's like a sponge. Yeah. And then the firmness of the mattress as well. And then the thing is, in like bed stores, we got ours from Benson, got a great deal, and they're like, yeah, try the bed. I'm like, bro, all these beds are the same. I can't tell the difference. Shindy can.
You can tell the difference. You can tell the difference.
I can't.
If I give you a hard mattress and a soft mattress, immediately.
No. But like a 3, 4, and a 5, I was just like.
What's a 3, 4, and a 5?
Like, these are grades to like hardness, whatever. And yeah, I was just like, yeah, it's really nice. Like, I had no like metric for feedback. Whereas Shindy was like, yeah, there's a definite difference here. And I was like, look, you pick the bed. Because, yeah, I don't know. I'm going to pick the TV. So when we had the room done, right, we were actually in India.
How often have you watched that TV?
No, we do watch it a fair bit. What I would say is...
How often a week do you turn that TV on?
Oh. That's a good question. 3 times a week?
Really? That's quite high.
Really? 3 times a week?
Yeah. Normally, couples have like a TV in the bedroom for novelty. They never tend to use it.
Oh, I see. No. We do like our shows, and but the thing is, at the moment we're watching a lot of stuff together as a family, so we watch it downstairs. But sometimes, yeah, when we're watching Crown at the moment, we'll do it. Or if Shindy's washing her hair. Actually, no. Recently, what I've been doing is the AirPods, right? AirPods connect to TV. I'm chilling. Shindy's doing her work. Bliss, man. Yeah,
that's decent. I never thought of that. I never thought of connecting up my headphones to the TV.
Game changer, man. I remember watching Luther when I was really into Luther when it hadn't just come out, but I just discovered it. And Shindy didn't want to watch it. And I'd just be there at night time with my big headphones over here, just watching Luther, man. I was just
Man,
awesome.
I thought I was premium with my little iPad in bed.
Yeah, iPad's good, man. You can't knock it. Like, sometimes when I get the angle right, when I'm like lying down, got the iPad here, like that's got its own feel. Like as
This
if you
is the
spoke
thing,
my,
though, right? The whole feel of it with the iPad, you can never get the angle correct. Like
no, but I think
when
it's
I'm in
designed
bed,
that
it's
way.
like I have to turn on the side, and then I'm not comfortable. Then I got to turn over and adjust the iPad, and it's just not. It's never ideal. That's why the TV's perfect. It's right there, and you're like, okay, I can't move the TV.
It's fixed.
I
It's
have
fixed.
to adjust myself into a
Yeah.
position.
It's a fixed thing, isn't it? And if you spoke to, my sister Jazz, she'd because she's like a Apple fan, like #1 fan, right? Like she'll have all the different Apple things. They all do the same things, but she will argue to you, no. This
This is the difference. This is
No,
the
no,
difference.
well, not the difference. Like from a function point of view, I use this for this, but I wouldn't use it for this. But you could use it for both, right? Like she's like, yeah, I will view things on this one, but this show I'll watch on this iPad. But this she has an iMac, a MacBook Pro, a MacBook Air, an iPad,
Why
an
the
Apple
iMac?
Watch,
What's
Apple
that
Pencil.
necessary for?
You tell me, man. It's fine. I've inherited it now. She's gone. So it's my iMac now.
It's your iMac.
It's
She'll come and
It's
take that back, bro. I know she will. You didn't even know how to turn it on.
No.
I bet you don't.
No, I've used iMac before. I do like it. When I first got this MacBook Pro, I tried to extend the screen. I had my second screen as the iMac. You can't do that.
I know you can't do that.
But you'd think you could do that. Two Apple products and you can't
no,
extend
I know
it.
you can't do that. I know you can't do that. Apple
And
will
it-
like that. They won't let you do it.
Yeah, only very old versions you can do, but not the newer versions. But the other thing was like I don't know if you've ever picked up the iMac. It's bloody heavy, man.
Oh
Like
yeah.
bringing that from upstairs to downstairs every time to try and extend the screen. I was like, look, I'm getting a Dell screen. Got a Dell screen. So much lighter. Now we've got two now. So you've got one that stays downstairs, which is in this room where I'm doing this, and we've got one upstairs now. So
Bro,
like
editing
that.
on an iMac is so beautiful. Honestly,
yeah.
it's so much fun. It's just like it takes up the full screen. You're like, this is perfect. This is exactly how you want
This
it.
is the way it should be done, yeah?
This is the way it should be done. It shouldn't be done on my little MacBook Pro. Yeah, it should be done on like a big screen.
No, I mean, your little MacBook Pro is still pretty big. It's 15 inches, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you got to remember the conventional's 13. I've got a 13, you got a 15. But the iMac's 27, isn't it?
Levels.
Yeah, big boy.
Levels.
Big daddy screen. What do you think about two iMacs side by side?
No, too much.
Too much.
My head can't compute like the distance. I'm like, I feel like I'll be doing this. I feel like I'll be doing that. Like, the range is probably too big. I'll probably want like a curved screen instead.
Right. So my
That's
brother-in-law
better.
has that. Kenny has that. His desk setup is pretty awesome. But I'm going to be honest, I'm not a fan of that curved screen, man. It's just not do it for me, man. It's just weird. It's weird. Like he has multiple windows open in it. I'm like, no, I need one window per screen. I need a
I get it,
dedicated
I get
screen per window. I can't have this side-by-side shit, man. It don't fly with me, man.
I get it.
Anyway, the point I was going to tell you. So when the internal part of the room is being done, right? So we've built the shell and everything. Now this is like the carpet, sofa, the bed, all that kind of shizzle. Skirting. We were in India, so this is Shindy's first trip to see like my family post marriage, right? And so my builders were in, and every day we just like Dad would be in there, but we'd be checking in like on camera, like just seeing what's going on. And literally, the only question I had every day was like, "Is the TV up? Is the TV up? Show me the TV's up. Is the soundbar up? Is it working?" That's all I wanted to know, man. I remember when I got that TV, I was just like, "The room's complete now. Nothing
The
more. I
room
need
is
to do."
complete.
Room's
Was it better
complete,
blast?
Huh?
Was it
Yeah,
better
yeah.
blast?
It was put up quite late. And then it was in the wrong position, and then that really annoyed me because I'd be sitting in bed and then the TV wasn't like in the middle of the bed, and I was like, oh my god. And then do you know like when you know that and then you're trying to watch something but you keep thinking about the bentness of it. And you're just like, I can't see this bentness.
How did you get it adjusted?
I told the guy in it.
What, he came back and did it?
Yeah, I was like, bro, you need to sort this out. Yeah. This is not optimal viewing. Like it's frustrating me to watch TV, so I don't watch TV.
This sounds
That's the
like
solution. First world problems, isn't it?
this sounds like, so you've met our neighbour, right? You know him well.
Oh,
yes. Yeah. So
Oh, yes.
I'm not gonna say his name, but he's a bit of a legend, yeah. And we had our, that's a W, but okay.
No,
So-
but like if you did that and then that.
And that, yeah, okay, fine. Yeah, anyway, so we had our bathroom done, and the tilers came in, and they, to put it nicely, they did a shit job, yeah.
Right.
My mum called him over and said, what do you think of this? And he came in and said straight up, this is really shit. And my mum said, okay, how do I tell my husband that without him getting upset? Right? So eventually she sort of figured it out, and what happened was the next day my dad went round to my neighbours, knocked on his door with the tilers, and he said, tell them what to do. So he showed them his house and the tiles and stuff, and he's like, here's the tiles, this is what it's supposed to look like, this is how you do it. And he said, look, I'm going to be real with you, I'm not a tiler, I'm a plumber, so I don't do this tiling stuff on a day-to-day basis.
Right.
I just pay someone to do it. And this
Right.
guy said to him, he got so arsey and so upset that he was showing him how to do things correctly or how it should look. He said, why don't you do it then?
Why don't you? Why don't
Yeah,
you?
exactly. So my neighbour then said, all right, let's step outside because I'm about to knock you the fuck out because you're disrespecting me in my yard. Right?
Whoa, wait, say again. Your neighbour?
He said, let's step outside. I'm about to knock you the fuck out for disrespecting me in my yard. Right?
Is in Punjabi.
In Punjabi, yeah.
So the other guy you employed is in Punjabi.
This other
as well,
guy's like giving it 10, he's for fine. He walks outside. My dad says, hang on, calm down. I need to finish the job first. Yeah. So he brings him back over, finishes the tiling. My neighbour's pissed off all day. He pulls it to his yard at the end of the day, sees the tiler outside. He's like, right, now I'm going to sort him out. He goes to the gym and the guy's like, oh, sorry. I didn't mean it earlier. I didn't mean it. He's like, yeah, all right, fine. But moral of the story is, if they give it 10, I think you should be able to knock them the fuck out. I mean, that's it. Especially if he's giving it 10 in your yard and criticising it.
Yeah. So
And if things are bingo, I'm glad that we went through that emotional pain to get them to correct it properly.
how did your dad pick the guy to do the work?
I don't know, man. He probably found him through a friend. Let's be real. He didn't do the chunga. By chunga, I mean the correctly route of finding a tiler.
CRB checked, DBS checked.
Normally, what they tend to do is they tend to say, we'll do everything. We do everything. All DIY, electrics, wallpaper, painting, tiling, everything. I'll do everything. And then when it turned out that it was bent, he said, yeah, it's meant to be like that. Alright, but it's not meant to be like that. It's wrong.
Benji, is style honda. That's it.
That's all they say.
Is style honda.
It's not the style, bruv. It's simply a fuck up. Yeah, but they won't admit it. And all they want to do is just accept the money, hope you won't say anything, and then fuck off.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, I have a lot of experience actually working with builders because obviously, I use them in the investing game.
Yeah.
And there it's even harder, man, because I'm physically not there a lot of the time. So I rely on property managers, letting agents to build in that accountability for me to keep them on track. And yeah, you have to ensure high quality, man, because in that game, maintenance is your ongoing cost, man. That is the biggest thing, man. Like I've just last Saturday mentioned, you had a quarterly meeting. We sat down, we went through all the properties, all the issues. To be fair, they're actually quite minor because we've been doing quite a bit of work throughout the year. Yeah, it's a ball ache. But now, like, once or twice a year we do the stuff in our own house. We had a guy on the weekend. He was coming to do some things, like small things, man. Like this house, like the windowsills on the outside, they're wood. So obviously, after a while, wood tends to rot. So we converted them all to PVC plastic white. It's clean, does the job, looks good. These are things, man. As you get older, you start talking about bloody mattresses. You start learning about home maintenance. You got this all to come, man. You got this all to come.
I'm just thinking, like, what would me from 5 years ago think right now? He'd be like, you on some sad shit, bro. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
He'd
PVC
be like,
plastic.
you fell so far from grace. So far.
It's all very important. The attention.
He's like, you fucking started a podcast, now you're talking about interior design. Fucking shame on you.
Exterior
Right.
design.
Interior and exterior.
Here's what I'm going to tell you. You ready? You ready for this? This is going to be a snippet. I'll tell you right now. Here's a line. Here's a quote from Dr. Jazz Mabi. Ready? How you do anything is how you do everything.
Here we fucking go.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on, tell
You know
me
what I'm
why
saying?
how we do everything is how you
You tell
do
me, man.
everything.
Listen to it. How you do anything is how you do everything is how you do
No,
anything,
it's
right?
not, though. That
It is,
doesn't
bro.
work. No,
So
it's
my
not.
no, but look, you don't have to look at it strictly in that sense. But generally, your approach to things, right? If you're thinking about maintenance, if you're thinking about to do things properly, thinking with the end in mind. Because coming back to the tiling, right, or coming back to anything else, you can do things like shitty, or which means like quickly. And you can do what we call like a desi flex, right? Kind of looks okay, and then down the line just doesn't work, and then you have to rip things up and then redo them. Or you do things properly with the end in mind, proper materials, proper methodology, proper dude who knows what he's doing. Saves you a lot of headache, man. Yeah. So the guy we have now, who does our home stuff, he's a Polish guy. It's him and his dad that come. Excellent. The best work I have seen. And so versatile. Like, he generally can do everything. If he doesn't, he's really honest. He's like, yeah, I don't do this jazz, but this is your guy that does it. Because they all know each other, and tradesmen. Yeah, exactly.
The only reason I don't agree with that is because I've half-assed a lot of things in life. But it doesn't mean that I do that for everything. It depends on the person and the scenario.
Oh, okay, fine. I like to be more consistent with my approach, though. The point I like to make is that we can always talk about doing big, grand things, right? But if you can't do it at the small, micro level, then don't think that it's going to replicate at the macro level.
It depends on the person. Like, I'll do anything for my future wife, Sanj. I'll do anything for her. That's fine. But then if it's like, friend ain't spoken to in a few years, I'm like, well...
Yeah, but I'm not talking in the context of favours. I just mean like how you fix something in your house, right? How you tie your the knot on your tie. Like, these are things I look at, and I'm meticulous about how I do anything is how I do everything. I'm meticulous in my approach. I'm consistent across these things. Yes, it's very easy when we talk about family and people we love. I'm not about that. I'm not about other stuff you do, right? How you show up for work.
Okay.
How you do the processes and the things you do every single day. How you do your meal prep. How you do the reps. How you approach the gym. Whatever it might be, there is a way to do these things.
Yeah, I guess so. All right, fine. I'll give you that. Fine.
So, what's up with you?
No, fuck that. Tell me your story, man. You've had me in for this podcast. I'm waiting for it. Give me the Dr. Chronicles Part 2. Let's go.
I had one day where I went in, and basically my whole bay was full of druggies. Okay, two of the druggies knew each other, which is
right.
Which is funny. That one was asleep and like completely zonked out, and then the other one was.
I actually know they were druggies.
Because that's what they come in with. They come in with overdoses of drugs.
Oh really? He came in and overdosed.
All four, man. They're all in the same. No, it was a bay of four. One patient was a doctor, so that he was like the normal patient. The other three were like druggies, right? And so druggie number one, right? This is what happens. People take drugs, right? And either they get like super like woo, like really have to calm them down, or they're super like ooh, like mellow in it. So you got your stimulants and you got your depressants. I think
depends on what they take.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So
if they're taking a psychoactive drug, then they're going to be the little.
Woo.
But if they're taking a stimulant like coke, different story.
Yeah, it becomes like that, right?
Yeah. And
so this dude, but the thing is whatever they have, at some point it wears off, and then they become normal.
Then they bounce back down, Or up.
Yeah. Well, they just become annoying, man. They just talk so much.
What, when they're high or when they're normal?
No, I'm talking about when they come out and they just... Because a lot of these people... The thing with overdoses of drugs, you're either very unwell, you come in, you're completely in a coma and you go to ITU, right? Or you're kind of just like... You basically look a bit drunk or whatever, you're a bit hyper, and you just need a period of observation, and when the shit's out your system, you're fine again. These three were in that kind of...
So when you take a shit, it's fine, everything clears?
No. I didn't say take a shit.
When the shit's out your system,
Yeah, not literally. I mean, like, it's just passed out. It might pass out into shit, but it's more your kidneys. And so this guy, druggie number one, had woken up, and he realised, because obviously these patients come at different times. The guy next to him was his mate, and I think basically it came out later they were at the same like party the day before. They both shot up and got high or whatever they did the day before at the same party. So he was like, You're right, Dave. I don't know what his name was that made him name. You're right, Dave. And he was like trying to wake him up. And I was like, we have like COVID screens, right? Like plastic things.
Oh, this is recent. Wow.
And
okay.
So he's like going under the screen, like trying to touch it. And we're like, listen, oi, stop it. You know what I mean? Yeah. He's like, oh, what am I doing? My friend. And, so he was funny, right? So he's druggie number one. Druggie number two is like completely zonked out, right? He just wants a good sleep. Out. Patient number 3 is the doctor sorting him out. He's fine. He's like, bloody hell, where have I landed? Right? And then druggie number 3, who's patient number 4. This dude, so when you go in, you basically you go back to the what we call the original or the source documentation. So when somebody comes to hospital, it's like either they're going to come by an ambulance, okay, or they're going to come themselves. Somebody's going to drop them off. They might self-present. So he'd come by an ambulance. So in that case, what I will do is I'll read the ambulance entry, then I'll read the A&E entry, and then I'll read the overnight entry, and then it's me. So I've got all this stuff before, right? And I'm trying to, and the thing is, you'd think that the story is consistent. It's not. Patients are consistent, so they'll tell different doctors different things. And so I have to work out, what's most plausible. That's the Sherlock Holmes, yeah. I'm trying to work out, what actually happened.
Sherlock Holmes, yeah, okay.
Honestly, that's the best part of my job. Is just working out what actually happened and piecing it together.
I feel like it's an episode of House.
No, it's not. No. I don't have. There's no like diagnostic conundrum here. It's quite obvious. He took speed, man. This guy, and basically, so the story was, he has some speed. He takes speed all the time. He took quite a lot of it. He was walking around the street, and then I think the police noticed he was a bit like agitated, or super agitated, and then he just brought him into hospital.
That's it.
And yeah. Like some bypasses, like bystanders were a bit concerned as well, and whatever. He was a bit like violent and stuff. And so we brought him in. He went to sleep overnight. The nurse I was with that day was like, "Yeah, he's a frequent flyer. We call them frequent flyers. So people we see quite often.
Pops in a lot, yeah.
Yeah, I hadn't seen him. I'd never seen him. And so then he'd worn off, and I had a chat with him. I was like, so you know why you're here? And he's like, yeah. I was like, so why'd you take the speed, man? He's like, I just like it. It's good buzz, isn't it? I was like, okay. I was like, why'd you come to hospital? I was like, I don't know. I was like, okay, so when you go home, what you can do is take some more speed. And I was like, this is great, innit? I was like, what do you want me to do, man? I was like, nothing I can do for you. Like, just don't take it again. Documentation advised to reduce amount. Like, you can't like physically police these
Can't
people.
force them, can you?
You can't force them. And that's the thing about the NHS is, it's just that, isn't it? For some people, it's a life-saving service, and for some people, it's just like they come in, have 3 meals, bit of kip, bit of fluids, bit of banter with the nurses, and let's go home.
Fucking hell, that's mad taking liberties like that. That's where my fucking taxpaying dollars are going. Sorry, taxpaying pounds are going. Right there. On that guy. That's what all the fucking right-supporting leaning people were saying. Alright, safe. I get it.
You get it?
That's fair though. Like, alright, fair enough. Maybe he's lonely. Maybe he's taking drugs as an escape. Why is he taking that as an escape?
Yeah,
Maybe he's in a bad place.
Exactly. We don't look. It's not for us to judge, and obviously we want to get to the root cause of exactly. The question is, why do you take drugs? What society within that allows that to happen? That's the question to ask, right? But it was just a very surreal morning, man. Like I was just there, and they all just a bit like zonked out, and I think is I don't really have to do much for them. Like medically, they're still quite stable. You don't need particular blood tests. Normally, like I said, it just passes out your system, and then you're like, okay, tata bye, and
Tata
bye. So that is the story for this week.
Jesus, man. That's still wild though. I can't believe people actually do that. Just come in and pop up some kip, sleep, eat, and then dip.
Yeah. When I was in psychiatry, there used to be this one dude. So psychiatry is even more special. Basically, people just they know the game, so they know if I want to be admitted, I need to basically present myself as being.
Wow, they're gaming the system. They've been in it that long. They know the telltale signs that's going to make you qualify for something.
High risk, right? You need to qualify as high risk. So high risk means you're either a harm to others or harm to self. So I'm going to kill myself. I have thoughts. I've written it down. I've planned it out. This is how I'm going to do it. So very well rehearsed. So there's one dude I remember. He'd basically come pre-Christmas, and his Christmas stay was with us in psych. You have meals, you have banter. There was a day room, Christmas films on. As soon as January came, I feel fine. I don't want to kill myself anymore. Out the door.
Wow. So he knew the Christmas love.
Yeah, I'm trying to disprove, that somebody isn't. Obviously, there is skill in that as well. And that's what psychiatrists are for. That is somebody's what we call suicidal ideation. Is it real? Or is it just attention-seeking behavior, right? But obviously, if you're putting your name to that, you're saying this patient is just fabricating this, and
That's going to come back to you still. You don't want that.
Yeah, absolutely. And
You don't want
I
that
think
smoke.
The UK system, the NHS has evolved now to a point where there is an element of sue culture, and
Sue
people
culture.
or complaint culture or sue culture and liability. So, and what that's meant is we do overscan a lot of people. So like full body scans you were talking about before, like we over investigate sometimes, where it's like it probably is nothing, but let's just do the scan anyway, and we'll definitely notice nothing.
You want to make sure that it's all good.
Yeah, but that's dangerous as well, man. Then you're not practicing medicine, are you? You might as well come to A&E and have a full body MRI and have every blood test we can do, and then let's just interpret that. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need us there. The game is the Sherlock, isn't it? It's like the poker, right? What's going to be on the flop? What's the pattern here? What's the clues? Put it all together. What are the percentages? What's the chance of this happening, this happening, this happening? You got to play the numbers, man. You got to play the percentages. It's the first time I use that analogy.
What, the flop? The flop.
I like that. I'm going to use that more often.
Okay, well done. Are you actually good at poker though?
Ask Harpal.
The answer's yes then.
You think Harpal's good at poker? You think Harpal's good at poker, yeah?
No, I won my first game of poker with him and
Oh, did you?
Kate's,
Well done.
Kate's a couple of weeks ago. First ever won. That's because I just went in 0 fucks and I got the cards and I won each time. That's it.
Okay, so you had a bit of like a Slumdog Millionaire kind of run,
I just thought it's 1 a.m. We're about to play. I want to make this as quick as possible, right?
Oh, I see. Yeah, I mean, even our game, it was actually those two people as well, Qatar and Harpal. It was in Manchester, Qatar's flat. Qatar went out the game very early.
I can't believe I missed that phone call, man. Like, I was meant to go with you boys, but I just didn't pick up the phone.
I don't remember it. I don't remember the trip. I just remember that game we paid to it's basically 4:15 in the morning, and basically Harpal wouldn't accept the next hand is like winner takes all.
He wouldn't accept that.
No. So it had to be
slowly win.
Yeah. Like we had very similar chip counts anyway, but it was interesting, man. It was interesting, but yeah, I haven't played poker in a long time, man. It's a good game.
Poker's a mad game still. I had to have it on my phone to notice all the different hands. I was like, oh shit, it's actually like a mad skill.
You mean the combinations royal flush flush?
Yeah, like
full house.
Stuff. I was like, I'd go onto Google and type in hands on poker, just get that image and just stare at it, and I was like,
man, when I was younger, when I like young guys in like teens, when I started playing poker with family and stuff, there's a point where I started watching the poker channel, and right, no, but my dad got really concerned. He was like, "Why are you watching the poker channel?" He was like
gambling.
Yeah. He thought like gambling. I was like, "Dad, let's have a strategy." And then I was like, "I need to get these dark glasses and all this stuff." And but yeah, he was really concerned, man.
Remember there was one guy that I went to uni with in first year. He was addicted to poker, addicted to it, like spending hundreds a week. And we didn't see him for a long time. He just disappeared into his room, just playing online poker. That's it.
Did he make it?
He loved it. No, I don't think he made it. No, but he loved it. And then he'd hold like poker tournaments in his flat, and they were the driest thing I've ever seen. It was like no one was talking. There was no banter. It was just seriousness. And I was like, this is shit. Like, I walked in, I was like, this atmosphere is dry. So I was like, okay, I'm not doing this ever again. And that kind of put me off it. So, yeah.
On that point, there's a really good film, I think I've told you before, Molly's Game. Netflix, Idris Elba. True story about Molly, who was like at one point an Olympic athlete, skier. Freestyle skiing or something, and basically she then set up poker games for like celebrities, like politicians, Hollywood stars. Made a lot of man from doing it. Really good film. Idris Elba is basically her lawyer in the film.
I see.
Definitely watch it, man. Like the way she sets up the rooms and the games and the game nights, like it's a really good watch.
You know that guy Dan Bilzerian, right?
Oh yeah, Mr. Poker.
He's a massive Mr. Poker guy, isn't he? Plays poker all the time.
Although what I've heard is that actually he's made a lot of money in a lot of illegal ways, and then poker is the front to say, oh yeah, this is how I made the money, because obviously he's.
What illegal ways are they though?
I don't know, man. This is just what I hear. I haven't done much research into him, but I see him like films and stuff and pimping. Is that what he does?
Probably. I don't know. I'm taking shots in the dark here.
There's always with girls, isn't
Yeah, all the time. And it's just like, okay, this guy's just living a fucking fantasy life.
he? Although I remember once, I don't know if I remember this correctly, but there was a shooting in Vegas. Shooting as in like there was a guy with a real gun killing people. And there's a clip of Dan Bilzerian with his real gun running around like he's a Marine. Yeah, like trying to hunt him or save people or something. And
maybe it was in front. I don't know. I know he has like tendencies like that, but still.
He's been in films
Bit
as well.
of a
He's been in a few films.
Has he?
Yeah, like an extra, but he's been like, you know, one of those mercenary type people. He's got that look, hasn't he? The beard.
To be fair, I haven't heard from him in years. Like
no, exactly. There was a point where you used to see all these like pictures of him
all the time. Yeah,
boats and jets and poker and whatever.
Might just do a quick little Google after this and see if he's still alive. You know, he's around and kicking. But his golden rule was I can't play people at poker online because when you're playing someone in person, you can pick up on tells. You can pick up on like little hints. He said online you can't do that. He said that's why he doesn't participate in it.
Well, that makes sense. You got to work the room.
Online it's just you click a button. That's it.
Yeah, you got to work the people. You got to work the room. You got to get people frustrated. You got to bluff. Like there's so much in it. It's like Mafia, man. We played that.
Bluffing thing's the hardest thing, man, when it comes to poker. Because if you go
Mafia?
all the way through to the end, and then you show your cards and you ain't got fuck all.
No, but that's the point. You don't show your cards. If you win a hand, like we're playing, and I've got a shit hand, right, and you fold, I don't show you my cards. Otherwise, then you know the bluff. You never show your cards.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you get to the end and you keep calling because you want to see it through, then what?
Oh, if you keep calling, yeah, but then obviously you shit. And if you call and you got better cards, then you win, don't you?
Yeah, but if you call and you had shit cards, but you were acting like big man, matching him like step to step, like $100, $200, $300.
But even that, like that could be I might give that away to you, and you think, oh yeah. So the next time, I can use that to my advantage when I actually do have sick cards, and I take you all the way in, and be like, okay, I gave you a little bite here, but I'm going to win like a double, triple size down line.
That's the thing. That's the psychological.
It's like in the film Hustle with Will Smith, when he's gambling with that Chinese guy on the football pitch, and he gives him lots and lots of money, and because he's setting him up for the
you
one.
mean that film
big
Focus?
Bet.
Was it Focus?
Focus, not Hustle. Yeah, I don't want to say Hustle.
That was a good
Focus.
film.
A good film. That
film.
scene, right, when he's on the football pitch, in that ballers area.
I need to watch it again.
He loses loads of money, but he's setting the guy up for a big one, and then he
had
drops.
that. What's that girl's name that was in it with him? The one from The Wolf of Wall Street.
Yes, Margie.
What's her name?
Robbie.
Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie. Yeah.
All those actresses in Hollywood, they all look the same. You know, like they have a very similar look, all of them.
Okay.
So there's people in Hollywood that look exactly like her, like blonde. The facial features are the same. The sharpness look of their nose is the same. Their smile's the same. Like there's a very typical Hollywood look that a lot of girls have to make it.
Okay.
I didn't know this. Like I was like, is that real? And then if you type in like Margot Robbie looks like, and then you'll find like other ones on Google. You're like, oh shit, she looks like a lot of people because they all look the fucking same.
I don't think I've ever thought about it that way. But she's a very attractive lady, man. Very attractive lady. No more so than in what's that film called?
The Wolf of Wall Street.
No, she's fit in that, but it's the other one, man, where she dresses as Harley Quinn.
What, in Suicide Squad?
Mm.
Nah, didn't feel it then at all. No.
Harley Quinn, nice to meet ya.
Didn't you know what, the DC films are so bad, man. Honestly.
Oh, you're just hating on that. I'm not on about the film, man. I'm on about just her in the film.
No, but I can't appreciate the film. I can't appreciate how someone looks if the film ain't good. I can't do it.
Yo, Black Widow's coming out, bro. In July. Let's hit that up.
You want to go?
Yeah.
The cinema's open yet? Oh, yeah, they baby. Are, but you have to wear a mask, innit?
No, but not during the actual, like, we'll take the Bronte, right? We'll eat some food. It's all good.
Bro, I do not want to go and see a film with a mask on. I refuse to do it.
That's what I'm saying. If you're having food and drink, there's no mask, is there?
So I gotta have a piece of food in my hand at all times.
Listen, I just told you I'm gonna give you a Bronte, yeah?
Okay, fine.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, that's fine.
Growing up, were you one of those families?
Sorry?
Were you one of those families growing up? take snacks to the cinema. Or
No,
you
I
bu-
wasn't.
or
But
gonna buy snacks.
I did see this little hack that someone had where they went in with like a JD bag, like a little, the little string ones that people can get acting like they've been shopping. And then they open they sit down, they open the box, a shoe box, and it's like a Mackey's meal inside. I was like, that's so sick. That's so sick.
I mean, at Star City, right, I think I've had a McDonald's and Subway, definitely. But my kind of justification was like, I'm buying it on site.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not like, I know the cinema doesn't own McDonald's, but for me as a customer, I've bought it kind of near, right? It's in the vicinity.
Yeah.
I'm going to eat it during the film. So,
And they allow you in.
Here's the thing. There's actually, because I think it came up on Panorama once, there's no
Are you
law
going to use
against
your
it.
NLP to get yourself in?
I always use NLP, but I didn't use it back then. But there's no rule that exists. It's just frowned upon, but it's not a rule. It's like...
Really?
Right, yes. If you go on holiday and you have breakfast buffet, you can pack the breakfast buffet and you can have it for lunch. There's no rule against that either, but it's frowned upon.
Okay. All right.
Okay. You know what I'm saying?
I will 100% remember this. I will.
Yeah. But yeah, gone are the days that I don't really... If I'm going to cinema, I either want to eat properly before or want to eat after. I don't really like the whole notion of snacking anymore. I don't really do... Popcorn I don't mind. I'll have a few if someone else is having it.
No, I love the popcorn, man.
I'm definitely not having
sweet,
a fizzy
give
drink.
me that sweet and salted.
Okay.
I don't mind the fizzy drink if it's like the slush puppy.
Oh God, man.
The
blue
massive
and
slush
red
one you can get.
The diabetes.
Oh.
Yeah. Get the
Yeah, I love
diabetes,
it, man. I don't care. Give it to me. Give it to me.
That's it. That's why your wrist doesn't work and your ear doesn't work. Bloody slush puppy. That's what it is.
Mate, I haven't had it for a year and a half.
Well, that's it. That's why you're getting better now.
Look, I like to see it as my way of contributing to keeping the cinema open. Okay.
The slush puppy open. Yeah. Nobody.
Buying all those fucking amenities. Yeah.
But here's the thing, right? So at Star City now they've upped the game, man. You can get a mini pizza. I buy that. I like that. There's a mini pizza. Right?
Wow.
Doesn't that obviously how hot dogs have been there a while, but I don't eat those hot dogs and they don't do veggie hot dogs. So when they introduced pizza, I was like, this is alright, man. I don't mind this. This is alright. So I'll happily have a pizza. On occasion, depends. I have some sweets. I like the Roundtree's randoms. They're really nice.
So you'll have sweets, but not savoury.
No, but then sometimes I'll have nachos as well, fully cheese with jalapenos and
Look at you and your temperamental self. It depends
all
how you
depends on
feel.
me. Depends how I'm feeling. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's the way to live life, isn't it? If we have too many fixed rules, then we just don't enjoy ourselves.
Very true. That's the motto of this podcast. Have too many pixels, you won't enjoy yourself. We'll leave it there.
We'll leave
Right.
it there.
Let us know if you like that story from Karan about the Dr Chronicles Part 2. If you are listening on any device, please leave us a review. If not, if you could press share on Spotify and you can send it to someone.
Do it, man.
And then
Come on.
tell them and say, hey, there's these really two cool brown guys that I'd like to have the family listen to or a friend listen to. And they don't talk about non-serious shit. It's very normal stuff that you can relate to. So what's the worst that's going to happen? They're going to just blue tick it and say no? That's cool. But you'd be doing me and Garan a massive favour.
But the best that can happen, you will learn
is that I'll talk to you about it as a conversation topic, even better.
No, you will learn advanced peeing techniques. Okay.
And also advanced medical techniques and how doctors don't actually know what they're doing. Which brings you so much comfort the next time you have an issue and you want to go to the hospital.
Dr. Jazz said...
I'll leave it there, guys. Right, talk to you soon, Garan. Take care.
Cool. Later, buddy.
Bye-bye.
Bye.